it's fair to say that rugby union football in Ireland is very much a player's game. The average match attracts only a handful of hardy spectators. But yet, when it comes to the international season, then the entire population from north, south, east and west seem to be united in a search for tickets. Every year, hopes are high that the Triple Crown can be won. And it seems that every year hopes are to be dashed. From way back in 1882, when the series was initiated with England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland taking part, Irish hopes of a Triple Crown were only realised on 4 occasions, in 1894, 1899, and then those 2 great and memorable years, 1948 and 1949.
Welshmen planted leaks, Irishmen removed them. The match was a hard-fought affair of spoiling tactics and grim tackling. As for the place-kicking, well, Norton at any rate seemed to be having a bad day and failed with his penalty. After half an hour, however, McCarthy managed to grab a try from several Welsh defenders, and this time Norton got it right, making it 5-0 for Ireland, the only score of the match.
So by 1982, there was a gap of 33 years to be bridged, and it turned out to be an historic year for Irish rugby. Hence, it's our pleasure now to present a visual record of those memorable games from the cameras of BBC and RTE. It all began, fittingly enough, at Lansdowne Road in Dublin when Ireland opened their campaign against Wales, with new captain Kieran Fitzgerald as hooker and Ollie Campbell back to active duty after a long rest. It was January the 23rd. The Irish team, well, having lost to Australia before Christmas, the Irish have made some significant changes. Campbell back in at number 10 and no place for Tony Ward. Kieran Fitzgerald returns as hooker and he takes over the captaincy there at number 2. And Moss Keane back in the second row and fully fit to join up with his new second row partner, Donal Lenihan. The Welsh team there in attacking backline and of course halfbacks Gareth Davies and Terry Holmes, the mainspring of that attack. Up front, the promising Moriarty joins Wheel in a pack that looks geared to try to subdue their lively opponents. So the stage set then for this, the 84th international between Ireland and Wales. A great occasion. The Irish are hoping to end that losing sequence. Wales hoping to take the first step towards yet another Triple Crown for them. Gwyn Evans, deep in concentration, waits. And referee Short blows his whistle, and this game is on. Hugo McNeil decides to kick for touch, and a fine kick brings play back to the 10-metre line. Nice confident start for Ireland's fullback. Phillips throwing, tapped down by John O'Driscoll. Ireland trying to control it. McGrath, Ollie Campbell trying to kick into space. Gareth Davies underneath it at halfway. Finds Rees. Rees gets the kick in. Ringland gathers. Up towards Evans. And the line out just 5 metres inside the Welsh half. Kieran Fitzgerald, 29 years of age, made his debut in 1979 against Australia. Lenihan going high that time. Willie Duggan tidying up. McGrath waits. Moss Keane, McGrath, Irwin gathers. Up towards halfway, trying to get to the advantage line. Whistle goes, scrum, and although the Welsh were hoping that they'd be allowed with it, the referee obviously feeling that the advantage was to Ireland. Or should have been. Somehow the first scrummage of the game. And an opportunity to assess how Kieran Fitzgerald, coming in for John Cantrell, will be able to control the heel. The referee, we understand, in his first international, very determined to see the ball going in straight. McGrath robbed, Willie Duggan offside, penalty to Wales. An impossible situation for Willie Duggan there, coming back from the scrummage after McGrath had been robbed of possession, and Willie Duggan in front of the last Irish player to play the ball offside. And Gwyn Evans hits it very well indeed. It's all the way in and Wales are in front.
confident and good kick by the Welsh fullback. 3 points to nil, Wales lead. Just 3 minutes into the game. In the Welsh 22. Wales turn it once more. And there had to be an offside there. You could see it yourself. Number 6, the Welsh Mark Davies, was in an offside position, but the referee was looking at the ball and looking at the action close in. Notice how better controlled that heel is for Wales. And it's taken by Dave Richards, who finds touch further out from the 22. Ireland varying the line-out throw, leaving Moskeen, Donald Lenihan and John O'Driscoll. John O'Driscoll runs and gathers, feeds McGrath. Campbell's kicked through, and again he's blocked, but there goes Philor and Slattery. Ireland drive into the 22. The ball is there, it's fed to McGrath, out to Irwin, and here's Ringland going for the corner. Ringland dives in, it's a try! Trevor Ringland has scored a beautiful try, showing his strength. And we saw there it was Philor and Fergus Slattery thundering through, making sure that Rees couldn't hold it. The ruck developed under the posts, and notice how it came to Irwin. He made this space, and Ringland's strength carried him past Davies and for the try. Richards restarts. Donald Lenihan gathers. Willie Duggan tidies up. Can he hold on to it as Wales drive to the Irish 22? And Wales getting possession. Or are they? There it is, but the whistle has gone for a Welsh scrummage. And the Welsh fly half, Gareth Davies and their captain, obviously a bit uncomfortable. He's talking with Richards in the middle of the field, and they're setting up the plan of attack. Holmes puts in, clear and good heel by Wales. Squire holds it. This is Holmes. Toss it out to Richards. Great move by Wales and a great try. And there's the fullback Evans. Tackles short of the line and loses it. No try, but how close. Scrum to Ireland. And the Irish defence at 6s and 7s. And David Irwin is down injured. And so too is the Welsh fullback. There's Squire. Now Holmes goes outside, commits Campbell. Dean had no chance of catching Richards, and there was the fullback tackled as he went by McNeil and loses the ball short of the line. Irish substitute warming up, and what a disappointment for David Irwin. There he goes. Ireland's centre is 10th international, carried off, and number 20 will come on is Michael Kiernan. Disappointment for David Irwin. Scored 2 tries in his career for Ireland. The referee is still waiting for confirmation that Michael Kiernan can come on. Kieran Fitzgerald doesn't want to go on with it just yet. It's a scrum right on the Irish line. It's an Irish scrum, but Ireland down to 14 men just at the moment. McGrath puts in, whistle goes, and the referee is giving Ireland Wales a penalty. It's an indirect penalty because of feet up. So Wales are going to try and barge over from this try. There they go. Ireland trying to hold them out. They're turning. Squire has possession. Holmes is waiting. Ireland holding him on the line. No sign of the ball coming back yet. Mark Davies goes in. Holmes has it. Dives to the line. He's in. It's a try for Wales. And you can see how Mark Davies went in, created it, and Holmes, very strong, close to the line, had only to fall over. And a lot of disappointment, notably in the face there of Tommy Kiernan. So now, Gwyn Evans to try to convert that try. And makes no mistake. And now the referee tells Michael Kiernan he can come on. And Michael Kiernan, as Gwyn Evans goes back, Michael Kiernan comes into the centre to replace David Irwin. 9 points to 4, Wales lead. That was Moriarty going very high for it. Gareth Davies. Willie Duggan is going to be penalised. And Gareth Davies, I think, probably making the most of it, because Willie Duggan tried to block down the kick. He is being penalised. And if he didn't quite get out of Gareth Davies' way, Davies happily has recovered sufficiently to take the kick. So it's 10 metres outside the Irish 22. And this is Kieran Fitzgerald, Irish captain, throwing from just outside his own 22. McGrath feeds Campbell. This is Dean. Kiernan, high kick towards halfway. Ringland trying to run after it. Evans gathers well. It was interesting how Rees, the Welsh wing forward, or Welsh winger, succeeded in getting in Ringland's way, but referee felt it was quite justified. Price gathers the quick throw and short throw for Ireland. This is Holmes, gets inside McGrath again. Willie Duggan intercepts. Fitzgerald feeds it back. McGrath. And once more, Ireland forced to play a lot of the game inside their own half. Slattery trying to pick up, but it's taken on by Williams. Back to Wheel. Into the Irish 22. Nicely fed back. Awkwardly out, however. And Slattery is there to boot it on for Ireland. Ringland trying to race away. Bad pass from the Welsh scrum half. And Slattery pounced onto it. And brought play into the Welsh half. Fergus Slattery, just 32, almost 33 years of age. Nicely done by Lenihan. This is Campbell. Nice break by Campbell, and he's got Kiernan. Beautiful run by Kiernan. Moskin couldn't hold the pass. And there was a chance for Ireland. A beautiful break by Campbell. Michael Kiernan had the chance of a lifetime, but the pass out to Mosfin really was substandard, and the chance was lost. Ireland come through onto it. Fitzgerald trying to drive it on. Line out to Ireland in the Welsh 22. Quickly taken, deflected back to McGrath. Whistle goes. The ball wasn't in straight, but it was knocked on apparently by a Welsh hand, so it's an Irish scrummage. McGrath to put in. Wants that scrum straight. On the Welsh 22. Nicely back to Campbell. He's going short side. Good point by Campbell. He's in the Campbell. Mosfin has scored. What a magnificent break by Ollie Campbell. And Mosfin scores it. Just look at the artistry of Ollie Campbell. Going the short side. There's one dummy. Beautiful speed. A second dummy. He drew the full back. Perfect pass. try. So from the touchline, Ollie Campbell kicks it high and just left and wide. He shaved the post with 2 touchline conversions. And so at half-time, or almost half-time, Wales still lead 9-8. But we have a look at it again, and just look, as I said, at Campbell's speed and thrust. Beautiful dummy, right through the Welsh, another dummy inside, and then the perfect pass. Gareth Davies restarts, taken by Moskeen, feeds Willie Duggan. McGrath, Campbell, Evans underneath it. Kiernan is there for Ireland. Donal Lenihan goes down. Moskeen bursting through, finds O'Driscoll. Back on the Irish side. McGrath into the 22. Ringland chases. 8 minutes of injury time in the first half. Ireland just 1 point behind. Phillips to throw for Wales, and these Welsh players are taking their time because Ireland have that adrenaline going and Wales are trying to steady it down. Holmes, Davies, bad kick, blocked by an Irish player. The whistle has gone. The scrummage will be to Ireland for accidental offside by Wales, and the Welsh out half is in trouble. He's going to have to retire. He just can't continue. He doesn't want to go off, but he's probably saying that he needs attention. And while one can say that perhaps the Welsh are employing delaying tactics, one would have to be very honest and say that he has had a lot of misfortune in the first half. Referee just checking how long there is to go, and Davies is going to wait until half-time. McGrath to put in for Ireland. Fitzgerald has heeled it. Duggan feeds it back, but he's penalised for playing the ball after a tackle. And Gareth Davies finds touch. Referee still continues as we go into the 10th minute of additional time. But we'll have no more. The half-time whistle goes, and at the end of a half which saw Ireland score 2 magnificent tries for their 8 points by both wingers, Trevor Ringland and Mosfin, and Wales scoring a beautiful try as well by Terry Holmes, which Gwyn Evans converted after scoring their opening penalty goal. Ireland then a point behind at half-time, 8 points to 9. And some word coming from the touchline from the chairman of the Irish selectors, Kevin Flynn, who is down there. Well, we learned that Paul Dean will not be resuming, or may not be resuming, as the second half starts. Fergus Slattery plays in the centre, and it looks as if Johnny Murphy will be coming on, and it will be Johnny Murphy. Paul Dean is injured, and the Greystones and Leinster fullback is coming into the Irish team, and the referee is allowing him on. And so Johnny Murphy, who's played for Ireland and South Africa in the first test, is into the Irish centre. Phillips throws for Wales. Fitzgerald onto it. Whistle goes, ball knocked forward, and the scrummage is to Wales. Wells trying to drive out from the 22, but they've been foiled. Ireland try to gather it. And it's back to McGrath. Campbell, another great break by Campbell. This time it's Murphy. Links outside with Finn. Links for the second try. Another great break by Ollie Campbell. Sets it up for Moss Finn. And it was a Welsh scrummage. They lost possession. Ireland went over it inside the 22. McGrath had Campbell. There was the dummy. He linked up with Johnny Murphy, and Finn gathered it beautifully and was in for his try, his second try, and Ireland are in front. So Ollie Campbell from under the Welsh posts stretches Ireland's lead. Ireland lead 14-9. Gareth Davies, the Welsh captain, has to go off when Evans restarts. Wells trying to drive forward. Holmes, this is Richards. Kick for McNeil. Gathers well. Turns and feeds it back, and Ireland are there. McGrath waits. This is Campbell, awkwardly to Campbell. He knocked it forward. The scrummage is to Wales inside the Irish 22. Gary Pearce warms up. Referee indicating that he can come on. The crowd don't like that because when Ireland were without a player in the first half, the referee wouldn't allow any delay. And they were just giving Gary Pearce an unwarm welcome, if you like. His first touch of the ball, links it out to Richards. This is Ackerman. Moss Finn is covering him and tackles him. Good tackle by Moss Finn, scorer of 2 tries. And the Welsh party with John Dawes there on the left. The rest of the Welsh substitutes a little worried, I should imagine, with the score. 14-9 for Ireland. Kieran Fitzgerald and Holmes challenging. John O'Driscoll, Ireland's wing forward. Mustachioed Phil Orr. Slattery taps it down to Duggan. No way through there. Can he get it back? Penalty to Ireland. Wales going over and preventing it coming back. And Ollie Campbell has a look at those posts. From halfway, he's going to have a shot at goal. So we have had 11 minutes of the second half, pulsating as far as Ireland is concerned. So Ollie Campbell from inside his own half. It's not going to make it. Comes down to Pat Daniels and the line out just outside the Welsh 22. At the moment, Ireland content to try to keep the play as far away from their own goal line as possible. Lenihan, this is Pearce. Wales in an awful lot of trouble here. Good work by Ireland. Campbell, Duggan, McGrath. Couldn't get it in. Graham Price and Ireland's Jerry McLaughlin. Duggan taps down, Phil Orr onto it. This is Phil Orr and McLaughlin. They're turning and going on towards the line. A tremendous drive by the Irish forwards. And Willie Duggan is trying to step over everyone into that scoring position. It'll be a scrum to Ireland under the posts. And here's an opportunity for Ollie Campbell to drop a goal, perhaps. He's had a chat with Robbie McGrath. Ireland leading 14 points to 9. 25 minutes into the second half. Ireland have healed it, but it was in crooked. Referee has seen McGrath putting it in crooked, and the penalty of relief to Wales. But it's an awkward place to have it because they're right in the middle of the field, and he's got to get this, from a Welsh point of view, across that touchline. And he succeeds, but it's on and inside the 22. So Wales under a lot of pressure. Fitzgerald and McGrath get the calls right. Slattery waits at the back of the line out with Duggan. Duggan taps it down. McLaughlin in possession. Ireland turning it. Wales players offside. Had to be. Penalty to Ireland. Wales really have been having so many problems in the line out that they are sorely pressed to try to find some way of depriving Ireland winning the line-outs, and consequently they're in danger of conceding penalty after penalty, and hence this penalty chance for Ollie Campbell. So Ireland leading 14 points to 9. 26 minutes into the second half. Ollie Campbell, who has been so outstanding so far in play, with this chance to add the points. It looks good, the flags are up, and Ireland are 17 points to 9 in front. Well, the Irish flags and the crowd are waving with delight. But this is a time for the Irish captain to make sure his team don't lose their concentration. As it comes back on the Irish side, McGrath waits, feeds Campbell. He brings play down halfway between the 22 and the halfway line. That's the score. 12 minutes left in the game. And Ireland have to ensure that Wales don't break out Holmes's high kick to the Irish 22. Ireland in possession. O'Driscoll going in for it. Wales get the put in right on the 22. Interesting there, because Ireland were in possession. Wales, the only way Wales had of stopping it was to go over the top, but Wales get the put in when Ireland might have got a penalty. And every man jack of that Irish pack have really done their bit today so far. And Wales will have to go back to the mark as Holmes puts in. And Wales grouped dangerously to the left of this scrummage. And they're going right because fullback Gwyn Evans has come up. And there it is, out to Gwyn Evans. Kicks for possession and sets up an attacking position. Moskeen taps it down. Jerry McLaughlin feeds it back. Ollie Campbell, as Holmes came to him. Well, I should imagine that there will be questions asked of the Welsh forwards as to how they had such difficulty in the lineouts. Williams setting up a loose ruck. Ireland ranged out in defence. Holmes, Pearce, the drop at goal. It's over. Gary Pearce, replacing the injured Gareth Davies, reduces the Welsh leeway with that drop goal, 17 points to 12. And he had all the time in the world. Irish defence ranging out, and Pearce drops a simple goal. And Ireland still just 5 points ahead, and it's at this time that in the last 10 minutes that they cannot afford to lose their concentration. Pearce gathers, Ireland narrow the angle, the line out is deep into the 22, and that's just what Wales didn't want. So can we see some more magic from this Irish team? Nicely taken by Williams, the back of the line out. And they wait to feed it back. Holmes, as Fitzgerald dived at his feet. And it was in a similar situation just 2 years ago that Fitzgerald blocked such a kick and scored a try. Phillips's throw, Ireland's possession, McGrath's kick, puts his men on side. Holmes gathered it very well, but he's turned the wrong way for Wales, and can Ireland take it from him? Whistle goes, and the scrummage is going to be for Wales. Well, apart from one very dangerous move by Wales in the first half when they were very unlucky not to have scored a try through Evans, but the movement eventually brought Terry Holmes' try. Apart from that movement, little or nothing has been seen of the Welsh backs, and the Irish backs, in contrast, have scored 3 magnificent tries. Mosfin 2, Trevor Ringland 1. Awkwardly back, this is Finn. Inside the Welsh 22. Ireland want it, whistle goes, and the Irish will get this put in. Two minutes to go. The scoreboard reads Ireland 17, Wales 12. Mosfin, scorer of 2 tries, watches as McGrath puts into the scrummage. And Ireland are going to hold it tight. Willie Duggan keeps it there, and keeps it, and keeps it. And one of the Welsh wing forwards has been offside. The referee has seen him. Comes back to McGrath, to Finn, loses possession, penalty to Ireland for offside. Referee waits for the advantage. Ireland didn't get the advantage, and they've got the penalty. So from just outside the 22, he sends it all the way straight and true, and Ireland's cheer is deafening. Into injury time. Ireland lead 20 points to 12, and in the middle of the field, a spectator has come on to lay a large shamrock or flag or whatever. As Gary Pearce restarts back on the Welsh side, and Ireland boot it down. That was Fitzgerald, and Wales can do nothing but tidy up. A Welsh team now apparently in disarray. And Fitzgerald, who is brought a tremendous feeling of commitment and determination to the Irish team, throws in. Penalty for lifting in the line out, and Wales can lift the pressure. All they can do is run it. Squire is grounded, back on the Irish side. That was Williams, but the ball went forward, and the scrum will be to Ireland. And cockles and mussels being sung by the Lansdowne Road crowd. Ireland, who have played 8 internationals in a row without a victory, now looking all over winners as McGrath kicks into the Welsh 22. Gwyn Evans collides, chance for Ireland as Terry Holmes goes back. Ball was knocked forward, the scrum to Ireland in the Welsh 22. It's all going wrong for Wales. And McGrath to put in for Ireland. Awkwardly fed back. Was it another knock-on for Wales? It was a knock-on. Yes, scrum to Ireland. Jeff Squire couldn't hold on to it there as the two wing forwards upset McGrath. So on the Welsh 22, 3 minutes of additional time having been played, Ireland win the scrummage. McGrath kicks for England. Evans is there and tips down for a 22 dropout. The ground raised and the whistle is gone. Ireland have won. Fergus Slattery dives on the ball. Ireland have beaten Wales. Well, Ollie Campbell stole the vast majority of the headlines, but they're two of the names that were to become more and more familiar as the weeks went on. Lenihan, Ringland, Finn. And the sceptics were a little quieter, but the Allicadoos were cautious.
I would be as critical in many respects of the Irish win today as I was of their defeats last year. We still have far too many errors throughout the pitch at different stages. We have to tighten up. We've got a long way to improve, and I wouldn't be looking beyond next Saturday week in Twickenham, and I think we'll be playing against a very strong English side, suffering perhaps from that draw against Scotland, and we might find a backlash there. I'm sure we will.
So, a series of 7 consecutive defeats had been halted, and with Michael Kiernan replacing the unfortunate and injured David Irwin in the centre, the Irish set off for Twickenham to meet England on February the 6th.
So Ireland hoping that they can take another step towards the Triple Crown with a victory over this side. And the men on the right there, the forwards, the key men, and the captain today, Steve Smith, the number 9, as Hugh Davies, the fly half, starts this international and Moss Keane gathers. McGrath waits. This the 94th international between these sides. McGrath's kick a good one. Back is Clemon. That's Marcus Rose. McNeil. Hugh Davies. Slattery up there, and Davies cutting through the Irish defence. Smart was his own player who got in the way. Smith, close to the Irish scrum. Ball released, an England rocket. In goes Marcus Rose, acting as scrum half. Ireland offside. Michael Kiernan, the one who is too far forward. And a chance for England in the very first minute of the game. Marcus Rose didn't get hold of that at all. Ollie Campbell over his own goal line, steadies it down. A 22 dropout. England have Jim Siddle, and there he is at the front of the line, opposite Moss Keane. Taken by Willie Duggan. Nice interception by Duggan. Penalty against England. And Phil Blakeway was the one who was the offender, and Ollie Campbell has a chance to put Ireland in front. 11 minutes into the game. 32 metres out. Seems to kick it well. Flags are up. Ireland are in front. 3 points to 0. Ollie Campbell moves to 109 international points. And Ireland leaves just 3 men. Or the 2 men, and it's for O'Driscoll. Taps it down to McGrath. Moss Keane on the berth. Looks to support. Fitzgerald is the one. Slattery. Ringland. Nicely fed in by Ringland. Turning well. McGrath. This is Campbell. Marcus Rose runs onto it and gathers well. Gets by Keane, but not O'Driscoll, and Keane gathers. Ireland drive to the England 22. McGrath. Campbell on the short side for Ringland. Beautiful kick. Ireland 10 metres from England's line. Wheeler with the throw for England. And the England line-out just a little bit uncertain. Slattery bursting for the line. He's in. Referee waits and will give Ireland a 5-metre scrum. Couldn't see what was on the bottom of that. And Fergus Slattery must be thinking, what more have I to do to get a try? But no way the referee could see it. But can Ireland manufacture something here? McGrath puts in. Fitzgerald heels. And the referee asks him to put in again. Marcus Rose being told that McNeil was going up the blind side. McGrath puts in. McNeil's on the blind side. This is McNeil for the line. He's in. It's a try for Ireland. McNeil has scored. Beautifully worked try. And Hugo McNeil has scored his 3rd try for Ireland. Well, that was on before the move happened. Marcus Rose, the English fullback, didn't take up his man. And McNeil moved like lightning to the blind side to take the good pass from McGrath and crash over. The conversion from McGrath, or from Campbell, hits the post. Ireland leads 7 points to 0. Lenihan, McGrath. Clement waits. Whistle goes, however, way back. And the ball wasn't in straight from that line out. And England gets the put in. Could be dangerous for Ireland here. Peter Winterbottom, number 7 there with the pair here, has been forward. England controlling the heel well. Ireland are offside. Slattery, the one who broke away, didn't break back. Referee Hosey had spotted him, and Marcus Rose comes up to try to open England's account. Here's England's first real scoring chance. Better kick by Rose, and it's home. John Stott, the opposite number 8 there with the moustache. Nick Cheevens just in front of him. Mars Colclub. Ireland win it. McGrath to Campbell. This is Paul Dean. Back into the English half, and a good kick to Marcus Rose. Outside is 22. Ringland forces him into touch. Once more, Ireland get it. Slattery now. Whistle goes. Ireland will get the scrummage. Good piece of work by Trevor Ringland in tackling Marcus Rose. Ireland calling up Hugo McNeil towards the 3/4, and on the right wing, Trevor Ringland falling back to take over the full-back required. Good heel by Ireland. McGrath into the 22. Ringland faces. Rose is onto it. Clement is tackled by Ringland. A metre short of the line. Penalty to Ireland. Now will Ireland try for a pushover or a charge for the line? Fitzgerald has called up Campbell, and It looks like a penalty shot. It will be. Ollie Campbell with 3 points already to his credit has this shot to restore Ireland's 7-point lead. It's over. Ireland 10, England 3. You see the incident here. England catching Clement, Slattery diving across it. Now an English hand got there, that's the one. Peter Winterbottom, the man who conceded the penalty, and Ireland lead 10 points to 3. Go for it. In touch. Irish. Wheeler picks up for England. Scott is penalised. And he's penalised for ejecting the Irish captain, Fitzgerald, from that loose maul unnecessarily and with undue violence. Ollie Campbell, Gary Owen to the England 22, Woodward underneath it. Challenged by Kiernan, Clement tries to open a counter-attack, Duggan blocks it, Moss Keane into the 22, finds Duggan again, Ringland back into McLaughlin. Ireland set up the ball. McGrath, Slattery. Ireland drive again. Wait, Moss Keane gathers. With 5 on his back, he can't make it. And England will get this one. Smith to Clement. And he relieves the pressure on England as the referee blows the whistle for half-time. And at half-time, Ireland lead 10 points to 3. Ollie Campbell starts the second half. Ireland into the breeze. From the kick-off, the ball must travel across the 10-metre line. And Ireland now beginning to appreciate already how stiff that breeze is. Good heel by England, the weight of that pack. Smith beats Davies into Ireland's 22. McNeil can't do anything. Keeps it in play, but its flag is up. And the touch judge believes that he carried it into the touchline, so it's an English throw. England, 7 points behind, will try up front to drive Ireland back. Deflected on the Irish side. England penalised for lifting in the line-out. And Campbell talks with Hugo McNeil, and Hugo McNeil will do a Marcus Rose on it. The sack halfway between the halfway line and the 22. Ireland's try scorer, Hugo McNeil, 23 years of age, his 7th international today, his 3rd Irish try. Scott taps down, Smith to Davies, testing kick to McNeil, in the 22, gathers well, gets in his kick well, the line out outside the 23. Closed off with a hand up. Duggan taps down to McGrath. And he hasn't found touch. Clement underneath it. Out to Marcus Rose. Slattery is there to challenge. Marcus Rose is back to McGrath. Ireland are onside as it comes to Smith. The line out just outside the 22. Robbie McGrath gingerly picks himself up. Kieran Fitzgerald waits to see is he okay. But of course, Ireland must know that any indiscretion inside their own territory could give England a penalty shot. Awkwardly back to McGrath. England penalised again. Or is it Ireland penalised? Ireland penalised for lifting, and the indiscretion we spoke about was committed, and Rose has been asked to try to reduce England's gap. Out of 4 kicks so far, into the wind, he's had 1 success. But with the wind, it should be easier. He made no mistake. Fine kick by Rose. 10 points to 6. 2 penalty goals by Marcus Rose for England. Ireland 2 penalty goals by Ollie Campbell and a try by Hugo McNeil. Campbell's kick this time goes the requisite 10 metres. Smith gathers, pumps the ball back into the Irish territory. McNeil, an awkward bounce for him, gathers well. Michael Kiernan in trouble. England cheering. Whistle goes, come to England. And what a good kick by the English scrum half in a bit of pressure. Really turned it on Ireland then. So Smith to put in. The English back ranged across the field. Perfect heel. Awkwardly to Davies. Tackled beautifully by Ollie Campbell. Ireland tidy it up. McGrath waits. And Ireland will get the put in, or should do, but England get it. Fine piece of tackling by Campbell on Davies then. But it's still on the Irish 22. Good heel by England. Scott controls it. England going left. Bond to Davies. Whistle goes. Passes forward. Says the referee. Irish scrummage. Now, as far as Ireland is concerned, cool heads and discipline required. England wheeled them. McGrath, Campbell, leaving kick towards halfway. 10-metre line. Eight minutes gone in the second half. Smith to Davies. Bad kicks from the fly half. Ireland's advantage. England seem to gather it. Ireland in possession. Moskeen swallowed up by Winterbottom, and Ireland tried to drive forward and get the scrummage. Good heel by Fitzgerald. McGrath looks for someone outside him. Into Marcus Rose in his 22. And Ireland are back into the England 22. The left boot of Marcus Rose not as reliable as the right. Well, it's taken Ireland 12 minutes to get into that English 22 in the second half. The new cap, Sybil, at the front of the line with Moskeen. Willie Duggan, McGrath, Campbell, whistle goes. Ball knocked forward. Whatever, it's an England scrum. Hardly knocked forward, so it must have been another infringement. Smith to put in for England. And here's where England, getting possession, one would anticipate from the scrum, will try and boot that ball high and hard out of that 22. There's the heel. Took it in. Penalty to Ireland, from which they can't score directly. Campbell waits. Fitzgerald calls the shot. McGrath stands over it. The crowd clapping. Ireland obviously intent to do something like a run, but it's going to be Campbell to drop it goal. It's blocked. Ireland try to regroup and gather. That's Fitzgerald. This is Campbell into the 22, into Duggan, back to Campbell, back to Duggan. McLaughlin going for that line, and Ireland are in and over, and the referee gives the try. Jerry McLaughlin. What a great first by Ireland. Jerry McLaughlin is delirious. He may not look it, but he was a moment ago. Here it is again. Campbell to one once more. Took it that. It was Slattery, to Campbell to Duggan. And look at McLaughlin with the Irish forwards gathering around him. Ringland was in there too. O'Driscoll, Keane. And look at Phil Orr pushing them over. Try. Points to 6 Ireland lead. And Ollie Campbell right on the touchline. With the wind blowing right across his face. No easy kick. Will it curl enough? It's in! That is brilliant. Well, here's another shot. Just admire the work of Campbell first, but look at the support from the forwards. Fergus Slattery takes the tackle. Campbell draws Winterbottom, palms it back, and there's McLaughlin, and there was no stopping Jerry McLaughlin, dragging his men forward, and how well the referee was positioned. McGrath to Campbell, but the penalty is against England for obstruction in the line-out. Kieran Fitzgerald has a word with him, and Rose comes up to try to narrow the gap. Kieran Fitzgerald certainly in his captaincy has had a tremendous effect on the Irish team, but Ireland have 23 minutes to go in this match, and he knows that he's got to keep those 15 players on the high that they're on. As Marcus Rose is halfway between the 22 and the halfway line. It's that one well, and that's all the way home. Wheeler with Colclough and Scott. Colclough taps it down. Scott in trouble, or Smith. That's smart. Robbed very nicely by O'Driscoll. Ireland getting over it. McGrath to Campbell. Blocked by Slemon. Slemon taps down to Wheeler. Ireland have to regroup quickly. England in possession. Smith, Davies, testing kick. McNeil underneath it, will make a mark, calls for the mark, but is allowed away. This is McNeil from inside his 22. Links Kiernan. Kiernan tackled Campbell. Back to McNeil. Now Lenihan. Now Dean into the England half. Dean's kick too far. Great piece of work by McNeil initiating that. Colclough, Smith, Davies, the dummy scissors, Rose in the line, tackled beautifully by Kiernan, knocked on by England. Slemon in possession, from to Ireland. And that Irish defence, committed, determined, solid. England 9 points from 3 penalty goals from Marcus Rose. Ireland 16 points coming from the boot of Ollie Campbell and 2 tries by Jerry McLaughlin in the second half and Hugo McNeil in the first. Fitzgerald Keel, Ireland hold the push. Willie Duggan holding it, and the Ireland giving England a bit of a taste of their own medicine. An English forward is offside, the referee doesn't see it. McGrath close to his forward. Duggan tries to jump on it. Whistle goes, scrummage to Ireland. The English crowd applauding the work of the Irish forwards then. Less than a minute to go of normal time. The referee has seen an Irish knock on. It's an English scrummage. Can Ireland hold on? They lead 16 points to 9. Marcus Rose coming up on the blind side. Ireland taking out the defences. Hugh Davies, a kick into the Irish 22. McNeil sees it cross the touchline. Halfway between the 22 and the halfway line. Ireland in front, 16 points to 9. The game is in injury time. And now it's at the discretion of the